What's up you guys, it's me Sanne and I'm back with another beauty video, because why not, you know. As you probably can tell, I'm already wearing most of my base makeup, because today I'm reviewing an eyeshadow palette and I want the focus of the video to be on the eyeshadow, of course. So I've already laid down my base makeup and yeah, I'm gonna be looking at a cute little palette that I think is actually a Huda Beauty dupe. Again. Like 2 months ago I actually already reviewed a palette that is a Huda Beauty dupe. And it's actually from the same brand. It's this FAB Factory nude palette, which is a total dupe for the Huda Beauty nude palette. And I really enjoyed this palette. It wasn't even €5, I think it was like $4.80. It's quite a good palette for the price. And I have already used it quite a lot because, you know, pinky shades, pinky brown tones are just my thing. I really enjoy them. I really enjoyed this palette. And it was actually quite a good dupe for the Huda Beauty palette. So when I was scrolling around the action today, I noticed that FAB Factory, the same brand, had a new tiny palette out, which is this palette. The Tropical Beauty 9 eyeshadow palette. The neon orange packaging, a tiny 9-pan palette. I immediately thought of the Huda Beauty Neon Obsessions palettes. And lo and behold, the shades are so extremely similar. It is most definitely a Huda Beauty dupe. I think we're just gonna test if it's any good or not. This palette was only like €180, so I'm not expecting much. But I really enjoyed the other palettes, so maybe this one turns out good as well. I've already taken pictures of it, so I can write a review on it on my blog. So I already have, oh, you can't really see that. I have the swatches here. They're not that bad. I'm just very, I also have this lovely, making swatches always gets so messy with me. But yeah, I have these swatches and they look like decent, but I'm afraid that the colors will just kind of fade out when I'm blending them. So I guess we'll have to see. It has the neon orange packaging. It is a 9-pan palette. I don't have the Huda Beauty palette, so I can't say if it's the same size or not, but it's quite a small 9-pan palette. My other 9-pan palettes are about this size, so it's quite a lot smaller. And it's actually about the same size as my powder, which is this, like it's almost the same size as my face powder. So I don't know, I think it's a small palette. It's a bit cheap. It doesn't close properly. Like I can just do like this, so sometimes it just opens when I'm holding it just at the top. And then it has the dreaded two-sided sponge stick thingy that comes with all the cheap eyeshadow palettes and the children's makeup and such, and no one ever uses these things. So I think I'm just gonna throw that away or like not keep it with this palette because I'm definitely not gonna use it for eyeshadow. These are the shades. It's a little mirror at the top, which I really love. Look, there's the camera. I really like that there's a mirror at the top because it's just so nice to be able to do your makeup like this, and loads of palettes don't have that, so that's nice. It's also a big mirror. Great, like that. The rest of the packaging kinda looks a bit cheap. It doesn't close, it's very small. You know, for not even €2, I can't complain too much, I think. So it's just gonna be mostly about the shades. So yeah, these are the swatches, which I really didn't put them on a great spot on my arm. They look decent. They are very similar to the Huda Beauty swatches. Just the colors are just a tiny bit different. Like the Huda Beauty shade in this corner is just a bit more yellow and this one is quite green. These two shades are very purpley, while they are a bit more on the pinky side in the Huda Beauty palette. And these shades are a bit more orange in the Huda Beauty palette, and here they're a bit more pinky toned. Plus the glittery shades are very glittery and very shimmery in the Huda Beauty palette, and they aren't in here, just this shade. That's kind of the breakdown of the colors. They're almost identical, but just a tiny bit different. It's like they looked at the pictures and they were like, we're gonna try and get the same kind of color, and then they came up with something that looked a little bit in the same direction. They were like, yeah, we'll take that, it's fine. But they definitely tried to copy the Huda Beauty Neon Orange Obsessions palette. Like I said, I already laid down my base. I'm just gonna put on some eyeshadow primer because I use eyeshadow primer for every single look and I want to give all eyeshadows the same, you know, treatment and the same opportunity to shine. So I'm just gonna put on some eyeshadow primer and then we're gonna get started with making some kind of look with this palette. Okay, so I put down some primer, so we're just gonna jump into it, and I'm not really sure what I want to do, but I think I'm just gonna jump into this bright purple shade because I just really enjoy that shade, and with swatching, oh my god, the swatches of this shade came out the best of all the colors, so I'm just gonna use that and see. Oh wow, okay, it's quite bright, but not sure what it does when we're gonna, you know, blend it out. That's a really bright shade. Okay. Just blending this bright shade out. It's really, really bright. You can build it up pretty well. Okay, so I must say it isn't like the easiest to blend out, but it's not too bad. You can definitely work with it. It's looking a tiny bit patchy, but we're trying our best. I'm looking all sorts of pink right now. So I think what I'm going to do is take this other pinky shade and move that over here in my outer corner. The colors did feel quite chalky when I swatched them, but I'm not experiencing fallout very much yet, so that's always good. On the sticky base, they lay down very well. I wasn't expecting that. I'm just going to put these orangey shades down underneath my eye. The colors are actually quite pigmented, like that's pretty bright. Like, ooh, not sure if I can turn this into something good this quick because I don't have that much time, but you know, we're working with it. So I think I'm just quickly going to cut my crease. Or, you know, how quickly I can do that. I don't even know what time it is, but we still have a party to go to, so... Oops. While doing the swatches, I was actually kind of scared because I felt like they looked a lot more terrible than the other palette, while I really enjoyed that other palette. So I was like, oh, I would be sad if I don't like this one, but you know, it's so budget you can't really complain, but until now, I'm actually quite happy with the shades. And now I'm gonna try to apply like the orangey shades, I think, again. Now to the top. Just blend that into that pink a bit. For the fact that they're matte shades, they are performing pretty well for such a cheap palette. The blending is just a bit... So I think I'm going to put this one from the inner corner. It's not looking too bad. This one blends a bit better. I enjoy that the matte shades even apply pretty well with a flat brush. Like, I didn't put anything extra on the brush or anything. I didn't spray it with setting spray or anything. So that's looking pretty decent. It's a bit of a weird look right now. I'm just trying to play with all the colors and it's not turning out that pretty, but you know, you have to do something. So I'm just gonna try to apply this yellow shade on that inner corner as well. Make it a bit brighter so I can eventually apply the yellow and green on the actual inner corner. I was skeptical about this. I had my doubts about this palette because the swatches were just very chalky. They were very, I don't know, they just didn't feel that nice. They performed after, like, what, I even got it over here. They performed after like 1 or 2 swipes, so I don't know. Right now it's sticking pretty well. I have a tiny bit of fallout, but nothing to write home about. Starting to look like a nice sunset type of look. It's not nice, but it's a sunset. I think I'm just gonna apply like this shade to the center to just get a bit of a sparkle in. I think it's looking pretty decent. I must say that it is looking a bit patchy on some spots. It just doesn't blend perfectly, but it's definitely something you can work with, and for the price I'm not really that mad about it. Now I just feel like applying a mix of like the yellow and green to my inner corner. Really make that pop, you know? Just, it applies very well and it builds easily. Just the blending is a bit off, but it's not too bad. I think this is about the thing that I can come up with today. I must say, like, the pigment in these, oh my gosh. The pigment in the shades is really good, actually. Like, especially on a sticky base, when you use eyeshadow primer, it looks really good. Just the blending, they don't blend that well. Maybe on a not so sticky base they blend a bit better, I'm not sure, but it's something you can work with. And this palette only costs €1.80, I think. So let me just finish up my whole look and then I'll get back to you and show you the results and give you my final thoughts. So let's do that. So I finished up the look. Let's just talk about this little palette for a bit. I keep looking at myself because the pigment in this palette is so bright and my eyes are looking very, very, very bright right now. But I kind of like it. The pigmentation in these colors is really good. Just this one might be a bit disappointing, but the rest of it is really good, especially for matte shades. I'm sure if you are actually looking for the Huda Beauty palette, then just save up your money and get the Huda Beauty palette, because you'll be much happier with that one. Because you're actually looking for that one. But I wasn't looking for it and I just found this one and I was like, it looks like it. Maybe it is a tiny bit good, then I'll have something good for really cheap, you know? So I just wanted to try it and that's why I got it. But if you actually want the Huda Beauty palette, then just save up and get it, because it'll make you a lot happier. But if you're not looking for it, but you would enjoy something similar and you wouldn't want to spend a lot of money on it, this is actually a pretty decent palette. You can get it at Action. It's under €2. So yeah, I think this is another pretty decent Huda Beauty dupe. I was very skeptical about this one at first because of the swatches and the packaging, but it's actually pretty decent. And I'm very happy I added this to my collection because it has a few nice and bright shades, which I can always use. So yeah, that's it. The Fab Factory Tropical Beauty palette, which is a dupe for the Huda Beauty Neon Orange Obsessions palette. And it is Sanne approved, because my standards are also very low, so. But yeah, you've seen it before, make your own decisions on it. I'll be writing a review on my blog about it too, so if you want pictures on it, like high quality up close pictures and swatch pictures and such, I'll be writing an article, and when it's uploaded you can find the link to it probably in the description if I think about it, but you can also keep checking my blog, maybe subscribe to my blog. You can subscribe with your email so you get an email whenever I post a blog post. So yeah, ain't that fun? I'll keep you up to date on my socials. That's it for today. I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. If you want to see even more from me, my blog and all my socials are linked in the description down below. And that's it for today. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Toodles!